It's just so beautiful out here. I think our neighbor's getting a lot of work done, so I might have to go in to talk, but I was kind of hoping that I could do like more of a nature-y type vlog, but they're getting their roof done, so they're hammering away. Lots and lots of letters here. I mean, like a whole bunch. They're all from Isaac. And I'm so happy. He's so sweet. It's so sweet because Isaac knew that I was going away to Wisconsin for like almost 3 weeks. And he wanted to write me every day. Actually, this was his idea. And I thought it was really sweet. I should not have started that when I was chewing. Just eating some goldfish. I'll finish that later. Anyways, I decided to move inside. It was a little too windy to record. I was kind of hoping that the wind wouldn't show up on that camera, but it did, so that's okay. Not the end of the world. I kind of just wanted to do a chit-chat update video with you guys because I haven't really been on here on this channel very much since I graduated from college, and I just feel like I've just been decompressing a lot since my last semester. But I did kind of want to talk a little bit today about friendships, loneliness, and just like, loneliness, life after college, because I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone through similar experiences. Maybe not where you're coming out of college and you face loneliness, but I think loneliness is like a natural human experience. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about loneliness after college, and I wanted to share with you guys a revelation that I had today in my quiet time, because many of you guys know I have been doing counseling for a long time. Last summer was a very big season of anxiety for me, and since coming out of that, I've really experienced like a lot of personal growth. Counseling has brought me a lot of personal growth. I see a Christian counselor. I've definitely, I feel like, processed through friendships and loneliness with her on there. And if you're anything like me, then transitions into new seasons of life can be difficult. And it's hard, like moving from college where I'm surrounded by people that are all my age. Everybody knows me, and it feels like I'm very seen and loved and cared for, to coming to the town where I'm living in right now here in Wisconsin is a town of 142 people, okay? Literally. And yeah, I'm going on a tangent here, but I wanted to share with you guys like this revelation that I had in my quiet time today. It was separate from my quiet time, but I was thinking about friendships because a lot of friendships die after you leave college, and you know, maybe it's dying for a season and it's gonna come back to life. It's really hard. Like, I feel like I've just gone through like the grieving process of losing friendships, or even having friendships where it's like I want to be there on my end, but I can tell that the other person just isn't there in their life. Like, they just can't be there for me. And like, I've had to come to a place where, like, processing through in counseling, like I said, where I'm okay with that, and like trying to figure out how I can be confident and sure on my own, even when people come and go in our lives, which is so important. And so that leads me into the sponsor of this video, which is BetterHelp. And BetterHelp wants to help you connect to a licensed therapist that aims to give you unbiased feedback for the issues or situations that you're going through. Maybe it's loneliness like it was for me. If you use our link, this is what it is. It is betterhelp.com/coffeegirls. And if you go through their service, you can access a therapist online. You can do it through your phone, you can do it through your computer, you can call them, you can text message them, you can video chat them. There's a lot of different options there. And if you use our link, betterhelp.com/coffeegirls, it will be down below. You can access more information about it, and you can get discounted price for the first month that you do it, which is a great deal. So I recommend, if you are looking for a licensed therapist, you can use our link. It is down below, betterhelp.com/coffeegirls. One thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is like how I've processed through feelings of hurt, because I feel like a lot of us like struggle with losing friends, and we have this like seed of bitterness that takes root in us, where we just feel so discouraged that like we make effort and our friends don't, or whatever it might be. And it can feel like we like start to play the victim role, where it's like everybody's hurting me, like people don't care about me anymore, or I love people more than they love me. My revelation this morning, which might help you, is that if somebody is intentionally trying to hurt you, that says more about them than it does about you, right? If somebody's like intentionally hurting you, like at some point you just kind of got to step back and be like, wow, there's a lot of hurt, anger, bitterness in your heart that's just seeping out. And like you going crazy, being mean and all that stuff, it says more about you than it does about me. But if you are assuming that people don't like you or are trying to hurt you without actually having any valid, solid proof, then it actually says more about you or us than it does about that other person. Why? Because when we're assuming that people are out to get us, we're assuming that people are trying to ditch us, not be our friend anymore, trying to, whatever, be rude by not responding, whatever, assuming all that on the other person when we don't know what's going on in their lives. We don't know how busy they are. We don't know all the emotional, mental stressors that they're going through. It says more about us to be angry at them, putting the blame on them, because the reality is life doesn't revolve around us. You know what I'm saying? And that's like my revelation coming out of college. Life doesn't revolve around me. People have their own issues. They're going through their own things. People don't owe me their time. People don't owe any of us their time. It's a gift and a blessing when people are able to, in the capacity of their life circumstances, to be able to give, but we can't assume people can give all the time, because the world doesn't orbit around us. Each of us have our own missions from God to do what He has asked us to do, which is to love Him, love others, and ultimately glorify Him in our lives with whatever our giftings are. So God wants us to use what we have, our gifts, to bless other people. It's not, how can other people bless me? How can other people make me feel special? How can I have a community that's constantly feeding me attention, constantly making me feel loved, special, etc.? It's like, it's really, God calls us on our mission to have an outward focus of how can I love other people? How can I give people grace, the benefit of the doubt, when they're not with me in my season of life anymore? And oftentimes that means shifting our own internal perspective from planting and letting the seed of bitterness grow roots in us, of feeling like people that aren't my friend anymore are mean, they've neglected me, they've abandoned me, you know, I'm lonely because it's all these other people's fault. Instead of doing that, just be like, you know what? They were a friend for me in this season of my life, and I'm grateful for that, and I wish them the best, and I hope that they are thriving in the mission that God has called them to wherever that might be, to their friends that are with them in that moment, to their families, whatever that might be. And that's just like where I've been at, right? Because loneliness is hard, especially when the people that you wish would reach out to you don't. But how can we just choose to love them from a distance? How can we like be Christ for them in their lives? And that might just be praying for them. That might be wishing the best for them. I say this all as like a lesson that I'm trying to teach myself, which is why I wrote all this out, because it's taken me time through counseling to do that. And it's taken a lot of intentionality, and a lot of times I don't have intentionality. But that is one of the really nice things about seeing a counselor, is they are able to show you the sides of you that need work. I feel so blessed to be able to catch up with you guys today. You mean so much to me. If you are going through loneliness or similar situation, know that I see you, I hear you, and I am here with you going through this. So I love you so much. We are going to stick together, and I'm excited to see you in another video. I hope to be on this channel a lot more often here this summer. Lots of exciting things happening. Ashley pregnant and all that stuff. And yeah, I'm excited to share our lives with you. I love you all. Bye.